7:25 already. பார்ப்போம் ஒரு எவ்வளோ பேர் ஜாயின் பண்ணுறாங்க. எங்கள் வீட்டில் அவர் ரெடியாக உட்காந்துருக்காங்க
எங்கம்மா
எங்கள் வீட்டில் அவங்க ரெடியாக உட்காந்துருக்காங்க. 8 மணிக்கு தானே கேட்டுக்கிறாங்க. When you're doing your visuals, I can, turn off my audio and video, right? Video வையும்
இல்லை நம்ம பேசும்போது ஜென்ரலாக விஷுவல்ஸ் வரும்போது ஆஃப் பண்ணிக்கலாமா, ஒன்றும் பிரச்சனை இல்லை.
ஆஃப் பண்ணிக்கலாம்.
ஏன்னா வந்து
வீடியோவை ஆடியோ ஆஃப்கோர்ஸ் எல்லாரும் ஆஃப் பண்ணிடுவோம். அது வீடியோ most of my sessions I prefer to keep my audio off, video off.
இப்போ லைவில் இருக்குமா? யூடியூப் சேனலில் குணா ஆன்லைன் போனீங்கன்னா லைவாக இருக்கு, பார்க்கலாம்.
லிங்க் அனுப்பியிருக்கீங்களா?
இல்லைம்மா, நீங்கள் குணா ஆன்லைன்னு போடுங்க வந்துடும், இல்லைனா நான் வேணால் அனுப்புகிறேன்.
ஓகே, நான் ஷேர் பண்ணுறதுக்கு
நான் போய் அனுப்புகிறேன். இப்போ உங்களுக்கு அனுப்புகிறேம்மா, ஒரு நிமிஷம் இருக்கு.
ஓகே ஓகே.
இப்போ வந்திருக்கிறதம்மா, உங்களை வந்திருக்கும் பாருங்கள்.
ஓகே, பார்க்குறேன். Thank you.
கொஞ்சம் கீழே போய் தண்ணி மட்டும் எடுத்துட்டு வந்துறியா?
ஓ 8 PM னா half an hour.
ஆமாம்மா, இருக்குமா, half an hour இருக்கு. அவ்வளோதான் வச்சிரு அவ்வளோதான். இன்னும் ஒரு 10 நிமிஷத்தில் லைவ் போய்கிட்டு தான் இருக்கும். இப்போ சரியாக இருக்கு. நாங்கள் பார்க்கவே கூடாது. நீ வந்து இந்த ஸ்க்ரீன் வர்றவங்களெல்லாம் சேர்த்து, அவ்வளோதான், வேறு ஒன்றும் இல்லை. இன்னும் இல்லை, நிறைய பேசலாம். என்ன டெக்னாலஜி! இங்கேருந்து எங்கேயோ பேசுகிறோம், யாரை பார்க்க. ஒவ்வொருத்தர் ஊருக்காக நம்ம பொட்டி எடுத்துகிட்டு போக வேண்டிய அவசியம் இல்லை. பாலாஜி பாலாஜி உனக்கு வரலையா?
எனக்கு வரல.
அடப்பாவே, பர்பஸ் முடிஞ்சு போச்சு. அன்றைக்கி அப்படிலாம் வந்தது, உனக்குலாம் வந்தது. இப்போ இதில் சும்மா பார்த்துக்கலாமா? பவர் பாயிண்ட் அங்கே ஷேர் பண்ணோம். எப்படி பண்ண ஞாபகம் இல்லை. இதில் அதில் இதில் போடணுமா? அடப்பா, இவ்வளோ நேரம் அப்படி இல்லை. பென்ட்ரைவ் வேறு இல்லையே. நானே தான் போடுவேன். இதில் நீ ஷேர் பண்ணலாமா? நீ இல்லை இல்லை, நான் போன வாரம் பண்ணது மறந்துட்டேன் நான். கரெக்ட். அப்போ போட்டேன்னா நம்ம வந்து நான் இங்கே பேசிட்டே இருக்கலாம். இப்போ பவர் பாயிண்ட் பிபிடி எடுத்து வந்துட்டுமா? நல்ல வேலை இப்போது கண்டுபிடிச்சேன்.
அப்படியே பண்ண முடியாதா?
பண்ணல, எனக்கு என்ன பேசணும்னு தெரியாது. இப்போ எப்படி பிபிடியும் என்ன பண்ண முடியும்? பாரு மாட்டேன். நீ இது டவுன்லோட் பட்டன் தான் போகணும். இப்போ ட்ரை பண்ணிக்கோ. நீ இதெல்லாம் போட அவசியம் இல்லை. இதெல்லாம் தேவையில்லை, ஜஸ்ட் டவுன்லோட் பண்ணலாம். இந்த சைக்காலஜி இந்த குரூப்பில் வேறு ஜினி குரூப்பில் 99% கேர்ள்ஸ் தான். பாய்ஸ் மறந்து மறந்து நான் ஒருத்தன் தான், எந்த கிளாஸ்க்குமே நான் ஒருத்தன் தான். அப்புறம் சொல்லிக் கொடுப்பாரு. யூடியூப் இந்த இது பொறுத்த வரைக்கும், இந்த ஜூம் பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் எவ்வளோ பெரிய ஆள் இருந்தாலும் 50 பேர் தான். யூடியூப்பில் ஜூமில் எவ்வளோ பெரிய ஆள் வந்தாலும் 50 பேர் 60. ஆமாம், நீ எவ்வளோ பெரிய ஆள் வேணால் வரட்டும், டாப் மோஸ்ட் ப்ரொஃபஷனல் இருக்கட்டும், பெரிய ஞானி இருக்கட்டும், 50 மேலே கிடையாது. எது ஜாஸ்தி போகுது அப்படின்னா 2 மட்டும் ஜாஸ்தி போகும். இன்னும் சமையல், அதுக்கு 100 150 கூட போகும். அப்புறம் பலானது, இந்த 2 தான் வியூஸ் ஜாஸ்தி. ஆமாம், மற்ற இந்த கருத்து சொல்கிறது, கந்தசாமி சொல்கிறது, இதெல்லாம் கேட்கறதுக்கு யாருமே இல்லை. சமையல் பண்ணுறது நூற்றுக்கணக்கான வியூஸ் இருக்கும். என்ன மில்டன் எரிக்சனோட வியூஸே பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 1000 கூட கிடையாது. அவருடைய ஃபுட்டேஜை இது ரிச்சர்ட் பேண்ட்லருந்து கூட 1000 1500 2000 தான். அவருக்கு எவ்வளோ சப்ஸ்கிரைபர் 1000 மேலே அவருக்கு கிடையாது. ஆனால் இது முனியப்பன், குப்பசாமி, கோபி, சுதாகர், கோடிக்கணக்கில் மில்லியன், 6 மில்லியன், 13 மில்லியன், 20 மில்லியன். இன்னும் ஒரு பேத்ரிக் இருக்குது. அப்போ நல்ல விஷயங்கள் கேட்கறதுக்கு ஆள் இல்லை. என்னடா அது, யாருமே வரல. வந்துருவாங்க. என்னடா நான் வந்தோன்னே இந்த ஹெட்ஃபோன் போட்டு பேசுறது காது பயங்கர முடியாது. இதில் 6:30க்கு கட்டாயம் நம்ம வந்து ஆரம்பிச்சிடலாம். ஏன்னா we don't want to disappoint people. நம்ம பாட்டு காணாம போச்சு. அரை மணி நேரம் முன்னாடி வந்துட்டு இப்போ காணாம போனா எனக்கு இருக்கா கேட்கலாம். ஹலோ பிரகாஷ் ஜாயின் பண்ணல? ஓகே 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 பாருங்க பாருங்க. ஓகே பாருங்க. இது டேலியே காது. Good evening, everyone. Within 5 minutes, we'll be starting the program.
Yeah, we have 4 more minutes.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi Chinari, I'm seeing you in all the sessions. Where are you from? Can you please tell us more about yourself?
Yes, ma'am. I'm from Mangalore, MRPL. I'm studying in BPS school. I'm fourth standard.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, good evening, sir. Subramaniam, sir.
Good evening, Guna sir. I think I've at correct time
Yes, sir.
joined, I
Yes, sir.
suppose.
2 more minutes, sir.
Okay.
Amma, shall we start?
Can we wait? We have now, yeah. Can we wait for another few more
Yes,
minutes?
ma'am. We'll wait for another 1 minute or so.
Another few more to join. Because they shouldn't be left out. We cannot punish them if they're late.
Chinnari Deepu, you are from Mangalore. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Great. Chandrama, shall we start? It's getting late.
I think, okay, we will start.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, hello everyone. Are you all okay today? Yeah, let me wish you all good day to all of you. I know I can see many people from many countries. So the best way to greet is good day, okay? So let me say good day once again to all of you. And some of you, I'm very happy to see some of you once again. You're giving us continuous support. Without your participation, we won't be here. So I appreciate your continuous support today and forever. And to the new faces, we welcome you here. Hope you'll find this webinar very useful. Thank you very much for joining us. A very warm welcome to each and every one of you. Okay, as usual, a kind request, please mute your mic and unmute only when necessary. Okay, when Guna is doing his presentation, you just watch and listen. When you ask for participation, you can raise your hand and participate in the discussion. So why we say mute, keep your mic mute, because we want this event to go on smoothly without any disturbance. Now we have Mr. Gunasegaran. Most of you know about him. So just for those who are new here, he is a speaker for today's webinar session. He is an NLP trainer, a psychologist, a magician. You name it, he does it. Actually, he is employed at the agricultural department in Chennai, but he has taken this as his passion, and he has learned and mastered quite a number of skills, and he's sharing with everyone, whoever wants it, he's sharing with them. So we are very happy with him. We have actually conducted 2 past sessions. The feedback and support was really good. So we have, moved forward to the 3rd session here today. In the last 2 methods, we are doing on linking method, whereby you can remember words. The previous session, we learned to remember 30 words. Now, he says his mentor is Dominic O'Brien, global memory champion. And today evening, he shared with me a story saying that this Dominic O'Brien was invited to a dinner to his friend's house, who was a very rich man. And he offered him, he said, now I have some guests here. If you can tell me all the guest names. I'll reward you with £2,000. And he took it as a challenge. He shook hand with each and every guest over there. And he remembered, he mastered the names. He remembered all the names, and then he started saying all the 200 names. And within no time, he earned £2,000. Such a person is our Gunasegaran Viswanathan's mentor. Now, as for today's session, we are going to learn to remember names, facts, and figures. Mr. Guna's training will provide us with different techniques today on how to remember scientific names, historical facts, and figures, and memorizing contact numbers as well. He's introducing 4 different techniques today. Now, once discussion finishes his session, we'll allow time for discussion. So whereby you can, if you have any questions or comments, please do not hesitate. Raise your hand and take your time to share. Okay, remembering the name, I remember remembering name is not easy. It has happened to me. You know, when someone is introduced to me for the first time, I'll be talking to him. First thing I'll ask his name, and after sometimes I'll forget his name, and I'll keep asking his name once again. So I hope to learn this technique to not to ask the person again for his name, but to remember his name. Okay, now our future plan. Since we are doing well and the support is really good, I think if Guna agrees, we can have a monthly session with him, whereby he can teach us many things on memory power to increase our memory. So with that, I'm done, Guna. You please take it forward, and the participants are anxiously waiting for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Chandrama, for this wonderful introduction. And in fact, I am really grateful to you for hosting this session for the 3rd time. And every time I am getting a lot of support from the people across the globe just because of you. And today I'll be talking about Art of Remembering version 3. And in this class, I'll be talking only about numbers and how to remember names. Why we need to remember how to remember names and how to remember numbers. This is the thing that you are going to learn today. And why there is a need to remember names, individual names, scientific names, places, terminologies, because every day we are encountering a lot of people, we are seeing so many people, and we need to remember names, because once the sweetest part in one's person's life is their name. Not only that, we need to remember the places, its individual names, scientific names, even the medical terminologies we need to remember. So the more amount of memory relates to, the higher the success rate. So with this view, we are going to learn this how to remember names and also how to remember scientific names. Here I'll be telling some of the techniques, and you can form your own technology, your own technique for remembering these names. For example, when you see a person, first of all, when you're meeting a person, repeat his name at the earliest. So when you're meeting a person, he is telling his name. Hello, Mr. Ramasamy, how are you? Immediately you repeat their name, and you can create the distinct feature of that personality. Even you can say, oh, you are from that place. You can tell that, use that name, and you can use this name as often as possible during the conversation. And you can also remember this face of the person, and you can see some of the association, and you can repeat the name as often as possible during the conversation. So you can associate the facial features when you meet him again, and even sometimes you can break the name into small pieces and visualize his images. Just like this, you can remember, and it's with little practice you can do wonders. And why we need to remember such things mean, because mind can remember in the form of pictures and sounds only, and not letters. Suppose if you say elephant, you can remember a picture, you can remember a picture, but if you say 542, you cannot remember anything. So visualization and association recall, you can recall any name, any number. That is the key takeaway from this. For example, Father of the computer is the Charles Babbage, because many people will be wondering how to remember Charles Babbage. So imagine the computer, and you have a charu. Charu means in South India it is called rasam, and charu less cabbage. So charu less cabbage, Charles cabbage, and Charles Babbage you can convert. So this name you can easily remember. Next comes Mount Everest. Is the first person who submitted Mount Everest is Sir Edmund Hillary. The person who climbs hill, we can name it as Hillary. So the Mount Everest, we can say Hillary, Sir Edmund Hillary. Next comes the tomato contains two important chemicals called lycopene and carotenoids. Here you can remember a car containing tomatoes. There you have 10 ID cards and lies their plan. So car 10 ID cards, carotenoids and lifespan lycopene in car. So tomato contains carotenoids and lycopenes. Like that you can, for example, a type of magnets. We have a horseshoe magnet, bar magnet, a ring magnet, everything. How to remember this order? A horse is wearing a shoe and is going to a bar, drinking. After drinking, it moves around like a ring. You form a simple, funny story, and you can easily remember. For example, next one is the scientific name of the paddy is called Orisa sativa. So you can remember the Orissa is the state in India, and there every Saturday you don't eat rice. For example, it's a funny story. Rice in Orissa Saturday. So Orissa sativa. That in that way you can remember. Next comes dog. Dog is scientific name is Canis familiaris. So dog lives in kennel with family. So that we can call it as dog lives in kennel with family, Canis familiaris. Just like that you can remember easily. Next one is the corpus callosum, is the part of the brain which connects between two hemispheres. So you can remember in the like just like this. For example, car push calls someone. Car push calls someone. So you can car push call someone is callosum. So just like that you can remember corpus callosum. Next comes the important one is the phylloxenosylification. It remembers funny because phloxinosylification. You can remember in a simple way. You can break this biggest word into small pieces. Flask, nose, inhale, Philip, occasion. So the real meaning is habit of estimating something worthless. That is the real meaning. And you can say the flask nosinilification. So in this way, you can remember even the biggest words. Even still, you have the biggest word, supercalcifragilistic expelliariosis. How you can remember? You can cut this into small pieces. Supercalifragilisticexpialidiosus. You can remember this word into making some funny stories. Superman calls frog lipstick of expired doses. So the real meaning is to say when you don't know what to say. The supercalifragilisticexpialidiosus. Just like that you can remember. And even one more biggest word is the pneumono ultramicroscopic silicovolcanosis. So this is the way, one of the biggest word, the pneumono. You break it into small pieces, understandable format. Pneumono ultra microscopic silicovolcanosis. But you can create a funny story for this. For example, human being numerous ultra microscope silk volcano cone of ash. So you combine everything, you can recite in a simple, fastest way, the pneumono ultra microscopic silicovolcanosis. Just like this, you can remember the biggest words too. And this is the longest name in the world in the New Zealand. And Tamata, Waka, Tangi, Hanga, Nako, Automata, Yurik, Paka, Kapi, Bango, Haro, Noki, and Kaikawata, Kitanaka. This is the longest word, and even for that we have a simple method. If you are interested, we can talk about this in later. So just like this, Los Angeles is in the biggest city in USA, and the real name is El Pueblo do Nuestro Senora la Reina de Los Angeles de Pornicula. So this you can make it into small pieces. El Pueblo de Nuestro Senora la Reina de Los Angeles de Pornicula. You can convert this into a small, simple sentence like leaf, pebble, die, news, tree, scene, la, reina, die, Los Angeli, Los, die, puri, sine, code. You can form a simple story and you can remember this entire word. Next one comes how to memorizing numbers. As I said earlier, mind cannot remember numbers. except for mathematicians or where people who are involved in numbers. For the rest of the people, they are it is not interesting, because when you say some 45 or 542 some numericals, it is not interesting to the people. So now we can convert these numbers into interesting pictures and you can remember very easily. For example, why we need to remember numbers? Because it is essential for life. It is important dates and datas we need to remember. Birthdays, ATM card pin numbers, account numbers we need to remember. And facts and figures definitely we need to remember. We need to remember historical dates, vehicle numbers. In my opinion, numbers are life. When you don't know numbers, you cannot sustain it for a long time. So we have four. We are going to see four different systems for remembering numbers. One is the number rhyme system, number picture system, number spelling system, phonetic memory, and phonetic memory, or it is otherwise called major system. First, we will see number system, number rhyme system. This we have seen during the previous lecture also. There, the purpose is different. Here, the purpose is different. The one is bun, two is shoe, three is tree, four is door, five is hive, six is sticks, seven is heaven, eight is gate, nine is mine, 10 is hand. We will see one by one. Just imagine in your mind one is bun. One rhymes with bun. Just imagine in your mind one rhymes with bun. Two, shoe. Shoe will be always in two pairs. That you remember. And number three is tree. Tree rhyming words. Tree or rhyming words. Number four is door. Four, door are rhyming words. Both are rhyming words. So number five is hive. So just recall what are all the things that you have learned. One is bun, two is shoe, three is tree, four is door, five is hive, six is sticks. Six means sticks. Seven means heaven. Seven means heaven. Eight is gate. Eight resembles with gate, and nine is mine, and 10 is hand. Just remember this order. If you want, you can reverse, and once this order is reversed, this is a standard one, and you can use this technique for remembering card numbers, pin ATM pin numbers like this. For example, I would like to tell you one number is 6142. It's a card number. How to remember? 6 means sticks, 1 is bun, 4 is door, 2 is shoe. Imagine you are having a car. Inside the car you have a lot of sticks, and you have tied all the sticks with the bun, and you have kept this material in front of the door containing in front of the door you have a pair of shoes. So whenever you see a car, you can remember the sticks, bun, and 4, a door, and the shoe. Is it necessary to remember all the time this method? No, not necessary. So to convert into short-term memory to long-term memory, you need to follow this technique. After some time, once you are accustomed to this kind of memorization, your mind will forget everything. Your mind will recall exactly these numbers. It comes only by practice. Next comes the number picture system. Here also this is an internationally accepted one, and we have different formats. For each number is represented by one figure, one picture. For example, one is candle, that is it's a single erect one. Two is swan, and three is butterfly, and four is sailboat. It looks like a four is a sailboat. Five is hook, and six is gold club. Seven is cliff edge, and eight is hourglass, and nine is tennis racket, and 10 is foreplate. So with this, for example, if you want to remember any one particular number, a lock key, a key important code or OTP you want to remember, you can use these techniques, and you can form a simple story using these pictures. And once if it goes to your memory, into formal memory, you can remember easily. And next one is the number mnemonics. This also you can use it for remembering very simple numbers like ATM number, pin numbers, and codes, and it's very vehicle numbers. Everything you can use. For example, If you want to memorize the PIN number of for a particular person, 1425. You can have along with that, for example, for a bank account number. My bank account number is I save my money. That means I means 1, save means 4, my means 2, money means a 5-letter word. For example, if you want to remember 3258, you can remember how to enter building. So you can use your own format. And next comes the money 4352. In the same way, you can also remember other numbers also. For example, somebody's door number. Rohit's door number is 134. You can say I say open. I means 1, say means 3, open means 4-letter words. Just like this, you can remember Rohit's door number 2. And you can remember any number. You can use your own technology. And for example, if you want to memorize a PIN number of your father's ATM card, my father is funny 2625. My is 2, father is 6, and is 2, funny is 5. Just like that, you can remember pin numbers also. For example, if you want to remember a longer number, you can remember a big, make a big sentence like my money is lying in the bank carelessly 2525249. For example, if you want to remember this number all the time, you do not remember mnemonics. Once it is pushed into your long-term memory, you never need all these techniques. Next comes the memorize how to pi. The value of pi is 3.14 and it is infinite. So you can form a big beautiful sentence. For example, sir, I spend a rhyme excelling in sacred truth and rigid spelling, numerical sprites, elucidate for me, lexicons, dull white. You can form this and you can break this sentence and you can memorize everything. But this is only for a beginners. And after that, you have a lot of techniques for memorizing the pi numbers too. For memory technicians, you have a lot of techniques also. And next comes the phonetic memory. That is the important topic in this lecture. This is the most advanced versatile memory system and it is effective. And you need little practice to learn this. And once it is practiced, you cannot forget and you can virtually memorize anything in the world, even memory. And we will teach you one by one. How to memorize using phonetic method. That means 0 to 9 is the only digits we have. That is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Only 10 digits we have. For each and every digit, we are having consonants. And we can call it as a phonemes. That is, we can combine this with vowels and form a meaningful words. And each digit is represented by one sound or family of sound. This is the basic principle. Here, we need not bother about the spelling. You are bothered about only the sound. That is the important thing that you need to understand. This is first introduced by the Stanlinus Monk von Weinstein and later modified by Richard Gray. And this is fine-tuned by the Harry Lorraine, is an international memory master. And for that, you need to learn phonetic alphabet. It consists of only 10 alphabets. And we have a group of sounds. Only 10. The first one comes 0. 0 is denoted by Z or S. So za, sa. That is the sound you need to remember. Za, sa, z, za, sa or sa. So saliva in the essay and sari like 0, like zoo, that you need to remember. Next comes 1. For 1, you need to remember the word ta, da. That is the sound that you need to remember. That letters are T into D. How to remember? That is a very simple thing. Single stroke. Single stroke is the T and D. That you can remember. Either you can use any one at any point of time. Next one comes 2. 2 means N. Na sound you should use. For example, Nagpur, Nagarjuna. That is the sound you need to remember. Na. That means here comes 2 downstrokes. That you need to remember. 2 means N. Na sound. Next one is 3. 3 means M. That is Ma sound. That is 3 downstrokes. Here you can remember the Madras, Ma in Madras, mind, memory, money. Just like that, you can remember the Ma sound. Rest of the things are not necessary. Just remember it is denoted by M and you need to remember the M sound. Next 4 is Ra or R. The English letter is denoted by R, and like rabbit or Raja, something like that. How to remember the 4 English letter is there? The last letter is R. Just like that, you need to remember 4. Next one is the 5 is La. La in the sense it is the for Roman numerals 50. L is 50. So like lady, love, life, the same sound you need to remember. And next one is 6 means Ja, Sha, Sha. That means J. If you see the J, it is a reversed form of Jack. J, 6. And J, She, Sha. That means Jack, should, chase. All these things words you need to remember. Next comes K. K means 7. 7 means K. That means if you break the K into 2, that means you will get 2 sevens. One horizontal, 2 horizontal sevens. So kings and queens. That you can remember like this. So 7 means K and Q. Next one is 8. 8 means if you script form, you can see the F is look like an 8. So fun, vacation. That is the key thing that you need to remember. 8 means F and V. Then comes 9. 9 means P is the mirror image of 9. Pretty baby. That means P and B are the 9. So just like this, you need to remember. I will repeat one more time. And this you can find it anywhere in the net. P phonetic memory is 0 means Z or S, Z, za, sa. Next one comes the 1, ta, da, T and D. Next 2 comes N, that is 2 downstrokes. 2 downstroke, Nagpur, Nagarjuna. Next comes 3, M, 3 downstroke, Madras, mind, memory, and money. Next one is 4, comes 4, rabbit, Ra, Raja, something like that. You need to remember the sound. Next comes 5, that is Roman letter L for 50, L, La, you need to remember. Next comes 6, J, She, that is Jack, should, chase, something like that you need to remember. And next 7 is K and Q, that is K is made up of 2 horizontal rows. 8 is made up of script A, F and V, fun and vacation. 9 is made up of P and B, that is a pretty baby. That's all you need to remember, and you can form words using these numerals. For example, this is the simple chart for this. And next one comes always, whenever you see a word, always look for sounds in any words. You can convert core numbers into sounds and you can remember. Daily, if you practice 30 numbers, at one point of time, you can remember two numbers, 3 numbers, immediately you will forget, never bother. But at one point of time, within a week or so, you can remember all the numbers that you are reading. Here is the practical application. If you see the 7, you can remember the word key. Key contains K and EY, you have formed a word. Next comes 9, 1. You can say pot. P means 9 and T means 1. Pot. You can easily remember. Next comes 28. Here comes KNIFE. But here we are not accounting, the K is silent. So na, knife. Knife means we are hearing only 2 sounds. Na sound and F sound. So it is 28. And next comes the match. And here comes 3 and 6. Here we are hearing only 2 sounds. Match. Ma means 3. 6 means CH. And next comes the India. It is 21. Next comes the Europe. Europe and rope are the same because for you we don't have any letters. So rope, R means 4 and P means 9. So rope and Europe are gives the same meaning. That is rope means 49. Next comes the Rocky. R means 4, K means 7. So Rocky means 47. Next comes mall. 35. M ma means for 3 and L means 5. Here you can say that we are having 2 L's and you are telling only 1 L. But here we are pronouncing only 1 L because ma L, mall. Not, we are not pronouncing as small L, something like that. So mall means only 35. Next comes run. 42 means run. 4 means R and N means 2. So 42 we can simply form as a run. Next one is, these are some of the words that you can form, and the standard list is also available in the net, and even you can create your own images up to 100. You can use this for memorizing the numbers, telephone numbers, everything. That I will show you one by one. And see, this is the another one is 11 dining, 12 means tin, 13 means time, 14 means tire, and 15 means doll, and 16 means Taj, 17 means dog, 18 means dove. Just like this, you have for everything you have a we have words. These are the words for a 1 to 100, and we can form your own words according to your convenience. The next comes how to use this for memory. For example, if someone is having a number 9886065884844, so you can break it into 5-lettered word, because mind can remember at the time not more than 7 numbers. This is the most read theory in the, that means mind can at a time you can remember not more than 7 items. So you can cut this into either 5 by 5, or you can cut this into two numerals. For example, 98 means you can convert into this phonetics beef. 86 means fish. 06 means suji, and 58 means leaf, and 44 means roar. So suppose this number belongs to a person named Arun. So you can form a story: Arun eating beef along with fish and suji, stuck his throat and removed with leaf and roaring like a lion. Just like that, you can form a story. For example, another number is 9448060804. Suppose this number belongs to Suresh. For example, Suresh is going to a bar in roof, and he is not eating suji with suji on sofa, and he is coming down, and his star is coming down. Just like that, you can remember and you can decode everything. Normally, initially, it takes some time to decode and encode and decode all these things. With little practice, you can do it easily. For example, butter is 914. A single word contains 3 numbers. Pillow is 955. Climb is 9753. For example, these all these words, it contains lot of numbers, and I will tell each and every number. For example, printer is 949214. Desk is 107. Caller is 754. Tenement is 12321, and crayon is 742, elbow is 59, Lorraine is 542, aggravate is 7481. Like this, each and every word has got number. You can do it as a practice, and you can get very interesting to remember this. For example, if you want to remember historical data, how to remember historical data using these phonetics. For example, the First World War happened between 1914 to 1918. So we know very well that it has happened during the 19th century. So we need not bother with the 19 in both, and we need to remember both 14 and 18. The 14 comes to what happens. 14 is D, 1 is D, 4 is R. So you can form a word door, and 18 is 1 is D and 8 is F. So door, and next one is deaf. So you can form a story during the World War. The army bombed the doors, and all the people become deaf. So you will never forget 1914 to 1918. You will never forget if you form a story like this. And during Second World War, 1939 to 1945, you forget the 19 in both the cases, and you need to remember 39 and 45. So 3 in phonetics is the M, and P in phonetics is 9. So MP, you can say member of parliament, and 4 is R, and 5 is L. For example, you can combine this and you make it as a rail. During the Second World War, all the MPs traveled by rail. That you can form a story. Next one comes Indo-China War. It happened in 1962. You can easily remember the Indo-China War because CH means 6, Na means 2. So in the China itself, we have the year 62. So like this, you can remember the important years. The Indo-Pak War 1971. So you just forget the 19 and 71. 7 is K and 1 is T. So you can form a simple word that kite, and during the Indo-Pak War, they use the kite to fly. Just like that, you can form a funny story and you can easily remember. For example, Simon Commission in India during the British period. It happened in 1928. So here you forget the 19 and you have the 2 and 8. 2 for 2 we have n and for 8 we have f. So you can form a word using these consonants for knife. So Gandhiji said Simon go back with a knife. They said Simon commission Simon go back with a knife. So you will never forget 1928. Next comes Jallianwala Bagh. Jallianwala Bagh happened in 1919. You forget the 19. And you have 1 9. For 1 9, you can convert into D and P. So you can form a sentence deep. So during the Jallianwala Bagh, you can form this story like this. The British people shot the people and all the people fell into the well, deep well. So 1919 you cannot forget. And Quit India movement in 1942, Quit India movement happened, and you can forget the 19 and you can just remember the 42. And 42 if you convert it becomes R and UN. So Quit India movement, because of the Quit India movement, British people ran away from the India. So just like that you can form a simple story. And here I'll be telling about the French Revolution using the simple story like jeep, bun, belly, beef, sari, dull, net. Only these 7 words are needed to remember the French history. For example, you can remember the important dates using this method, and it not necessarily you can use the same thing. You can use any dates and you can form a simple funny story. For example, 1969 Napoleon's birth, and 1769 Napoleon's birth, 1792 French Revolution, and 1795 invasion of France, 1798 European War, 1804 coronation, and 1815 Waterloo, and 1821 death of Napoleon. How to remember 1769? Napoleon was born, and you forget the 17, and 6 is J, and 9 is P. So you form a word called jeep. Napoleon born in a jeep. You remember Napoleon's birth took place in a jeep. Next comes French Revolution 1792. You forget the 17 and you have 9 and 2. 9 means in the phonetics B and N means 2. So you can form a simple word called bun. That is during the 1792 French Revolution, people ate bun. That is the story, that's the way that you need to remember. Next comes the invasion of France of 1795. So for example, you forget this 17 and you have this belly. B 9 you have the B, and for 5 you have L. So you can form as a B and L, you can use a belly. So you can form a story like they, because of they eat lot of bun, they got big belly. Like that you can say. For example, 1798 European War. So 17 you forget, you have the 9 8. 9 means B and 8 means F. So you can form the word beef. So during the European War, all the people ate beef. Just like that you can form simple sentence. And 1804 coronation of the Napoleon Bonaparte has happened. And for that you can 0 means sa, 4 means R. So you can form a sari during the coronation. Napoleon won sorry. That you can form a story. Next comes Waterloo, 1815 the Waterloo. So because of the lot of water, the loo, they become dull. So you forget the 18 and you have 1 5. The 1 means D and 5 means L. So you can form a simple word like dull. Because of the loo, watery loo, they become dull. You can form a funny story like this, and you can forget. You will never remember. For example, you will never forget. For example, 1821, the death of Napoleon Bonaparte. So what happens? 18 you forget. We have 21. We have N is 2 and 1 is T. So you can form a simple word that a net, N-E-T, net. So Napoleon Bonaparte died in net. So that means you will never forget his death occurred during the 1821, just like this. So for this, what you need to remember: jeep, bun, belly, beef, sari, dull, net. That means jeep a birth took place in 1769 and the French Revolution in 1792 and invasion of France in 1795. and Europe war in 1798, beef and coronation, and 1804 the one sorry, and Waterloo in 1815, and all the people become dull, and death happened in 1821. Like this, you can convert any historical data, even the important constants. You can, for important scientific data also, you can convert like this. For example, memorizing constants, you have a lot of constants as a student you need to remember. So you can form a funny story using this phonetic method. For example, the height of the Mount Everest is 8848 meters. So 88 in the phonetic is FF. So you can FF, you can convert it to FIFA. The FIFA is the World Cup, and 48 is R and F. So you can have roof. You can form a new word called roof. So the FIFA World Cup happened in the roof of the Mount Everest. FIFA World Cup happened on the roof of the Mount Everest. So you will never forget 1848. Is it necessary to remember all the time the FIFA World Cup roof? No. Once it is entered into your permanent memory, long-term memory, you need not bother about all these things. Mind will take care of all these conversion, everything, and you will directly get the answers. Then during the conclusion part, I would like to reiterate that mind can understand pictures and sounds, and memory is unlimited. You can convert numbers into pictures and visualize, and you can associate with images. Once it is pushed into long-term memory, you will never forget. That is the thing that I want to say. And first, I would like to thank everyone for participating in this event. And I would like to thank host Mr. Chandrasalam from Malaysia. And if you have any doubts, it isn't just an introduction to the memory, and we have a lot more things to learn. And anyone is want any questions, they can ask some questions. Stop.
Yeah, all the participants, now the floor is yours. If you have any questions or anything to share, please go ahead. And you can also send us your feedback, in the poster that you find two email addresses. You can comment, send your comments and feedback in that email ID as well. Thank you.
Now the floor is open for discussion, and if you have any doubts, you can ask how to remember.
Yeah, I saw some, I'm seeing, looking at this, there are many young school-going children have participated. Do you have any questions to ask, Uncle Guna? Kinari, you have anything to ask?
No, ma'am.
Yes, please go ahead.
When is the next class?
When do you want it?
Like next Sunday.
Next Sunday. So let's see. Yeah, we would love to, but then we are right now planning to have once a month. Okay?
And if you
Okay.
have any specific topics or issues, you can ask regarding memorizing numbers. Because
No, sir.
fine. If there is no questions, Amma, you can summarize things and you can.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised. No questions from the floor. Anyone? We'll give you another chance.
Santi Raju,
Anyone?
you have any questions?
No, if you didn't understand any part of the discussion, sure
No,
you can.
yeah, very useful for this program, yeah.
No, if you have any questions or doubts related to how to memorize numbers, you can ask.
Thank you, Shanti.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
If Amma, the floor is now.
No more questions, huh?
Yes.
I think all are very confident. Hereafter, I think they can memorize numbers. They are very confident. Now, not, I mean, we don't confine to this session alone. We have this, this YouTube link whereby this session will be, it's already there. So you can watch anyone, whoever wants to watch later. You can write to us, you can email us. We'll send you the link. Or if you want right now also, we can, share the link
You
with
can
you.
type Guna online. You can directly see the YouTube link is available. And the one thing I want to tell you is it is generally we are not fascinated with numbers because it is not interesting. So we are often forgetting. The once if it is fascinating, very interesting, you will never forget. That is the thing that I want to tell. And until then, you need to convert into pictures, some interesting stories. You can make some stories. As such, the mind cannot remember all the numbers exactly as it is. So all the time you need to convert stories. And once it is pushed into long-term memory, what happens? Your mind will take care of all the conversion process and all. You need not bother about how to what is the picture for that one, what is the picture for this one. You need not bother everything, anything. And mind will convert into pictures and it will store in your mind. And again, it will, from the pictures, it will get to the numbers that you want. So until then, you need to practice all these techniques. And phonetics is one of the advanced technique. And we have one more technique that is the 3D memory technique. And here, there you can memorize any number of items. For example, 20, 30 columns of numbers that you can memorize. That is also possible. You can memorize 100 telephone numbers just using this technique. I have just introduced this technique to you, and the applications are endless. It depends on you how to use it, and you can memorize phone numbers, anything that you say, and any numbers you can memorize.
Is Dr. Shanmuga Siva still here with us?
I don't know.
Dr. Shanmuga Siva?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, please share your, experience today.
Very interesting. I'm listening all this to teach my granddaughter.
Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely.
Yeah, and of course, my daughter, Dr. Vidya, is here with me.
Oh,
So it's very interesting. Yeah, thank you so much for this. And of course, to work on it.
yeah, of course, you need to practice. Practice makes perfect. Yeah,
And
thank you, Mr. Dr. Shanmuga Siva. I hope your granddaughters will benefit from this.
the one more beauty of this memorizing numbers is when you start memorizing things, the Alzheimer, all memory related problems will reduce. That is the thing that I want to tell, because in India alone by 2030, 7 million people, they have estimated that they are going to affected by the Alzheimer or dementia. So nowadays we are not using any formal methods. All the time we are using laptops, computers, and all this digital memory we are using, and so we are having the digital amnesia. So for that, this is the simplest technique that we can use. And you can use pen and paper for writing anything, and you can use your brain power to memorize anything. At one point of time, you don't need anything by pen and paper also. You can remember anything in your mind. And you can postpone the dementia or Alzheimer to some extent. That is the important point that I want to stress. Just by memorizing, using your memory faculty, you can improve your lot of your mental skills, cognitive skills.
We have this Abhishek Narayanan, who was the early bird. He joined very early. Do you have anything to ask, Abhishek Narayanan?
No, ma'am, I have no doubt.
No doubt. Very
Yes.
good. Good. That's lovely.
Okay, Emma, if you have any other thing, you can.
So, shall we wind up the?
Yes, ma. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, thank you all the participants from, different countries. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for your wonderful support. And I hope you benefit, and I hope you have some takeaway today. And we thank our presenter, Mr. Gunasegaran Viswanathan for this excellent session. He shared quite a number of things. I know he worked hard to present all these, preparing all the slides and sharing his, expertise with us. Thank you, Mr. Guna. Thank you once again.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you.
So, yeah, I remind you all once again, the email address is on the poster there. So if you have anything to share with us, please do not hesitate to us. Thank you, and until we meet again, bye to everyone.
Bye to everyone.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, everyone. Bye.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
ma'am.
Doctor.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
Doctor.
Thank you,
Thank you.
sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
you,
sir.
Mama. Yeah, it was nice of you to join here this evening.
Thank you, Mr. Guna, and thank you, Ms. Chandra.
Thank you, Ma.
Thank you, Shanti.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mama. I think I myself have to now go into the YouTube and watch again.
Okay, Ma. I will close the
Sir,
session, madam. Ma, I will close the
sorry,
session.
one question. Do you have this on the YouTube right now, or
Yes,
do we
yes,
have?
Ma. It is available on the YouTube and it is live. It's streaming live, and
Okay.
Guna online. You type
Okay, thank you.
Guna
Thank you
online.
so much.
Yes.
Guna online, or I'll send you the link, Shanti. That's my
Oh,
sister.
Okay,
okay.
fine.
Thank you. ரொம்ப
Thank you.
நன்றி.
நன்றி, Ma. நன்றி.
Thank you, Ma.
Ma, close பண்ணிக்கிட்டுமா?
Okay, yeah.
Thank you, Ma.
Okay. So we are closing the session. Are you all okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Bye.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.